I will say that scams are getting better and better and better.
And they're on the rise. Last year, the FTC reported nearly $550 million lost to so-called romance scams. And that's only among the victims who came forward. One woman in Pleasant Hill did not shy away from telling her story about losing thousands of dollars that way.
Police say she isn't the suspect's only victim, and WHO 13's Janae Town has more.
So I thought, oh, wow, my luck's changed.
When we first met Lisa Olivier 2.5 years ago, she'd just fallen for the Tinder trap.
If I don't come forward, who is and how many women are going to keep getting scammed by this guy?
She told us she didn't know the name of the man she met on the online dating site who just scammed her out of nearly $10,000.
Obviously, I'm too trusting.
Oh yeah, he's bad. He's bad news. This is my data search.
But with the help of a private investigator, we put a name to the face.
Hi, John. I'm Janae with Channel 13.
Back then, John Clark was facing a theft charge, accused of trying to scam another woman. And that isn't the last time we'd find him in court.
He doesn't care about us. He just cared about getting that money. He wanted to trick us into getting mostly phones and other electronics so he can resell it and make money.
Follow the money and you'll see Clark has racked up charges across the state. In 2019, Clark was charged with second-degree theft after a woman in Montgomery County says he scammed her out of more than $3,000. He pleaded guilty to third-degree theft, an aggravated misdemeanor. As part of his plea deal, he agreed to repay her, but as of today, the victim says he hasn't paid a dime. Last November in Blackhawk County, Clark pleaded guilty to felony theft as a habitual offender after admitting to charging 3 iPhones to a woman's Verizon account without her permission. Despite his lengthy criminal record, the plea deal included a 15-year suspended prison sentence and 2 to 5 years probation. Right now in Lynn County, court records show Clark is accused of giving a woman a phony name and taking off with an iPhone and PlayStation. It wasn't until she saw our story with Lisa in 2019 that she learned Clark's real identity. And in Polk County, Clark is facing yet another second-degree theft charge. He's accused of lying to get access to a woman's Verizon account and getting away with more than $1,700.
This is John.
Is this Mr. Clark?
Yes, sir.
At a pretrial conference, Clark told the court he tested positive for COVID. So he's appearing by phone and as of right now representing himself.
Have you explored other attorneys?
I have, but they want upwards of $10,000, which is way out of the ballpark for me.
If he were to plead as charged, I would agree that he could have probation after a PSI.
I have no problem with that. I'm currently on probation for a charge that happened well before these charges were filed, and my probation officer that I currently have now is fully aware of the situation.
It's theft by deception. It's a criminal act.
So is Al Perales.
My belief is that if more people come through, he will have to, in time, pay the penalty for his actions.
He's an investigator in the Consumer Protection Division of the Iowa Attorney General's office.
That was the first time in 2019. That was when we first learned about John Fitzgerald Clark.
Since then, it's a name Perales has heard over and over. He says 20 women called the AG's office claiming they fell victim to Clark's romance or imposter scam.
And outside looking in, many would say, well, that's a relationship gone bad. They should have known better. But I'm a full believer that when you start looking into it, when you start looking at the inner workings, putting the pieces of the puzzle together, you find that this was a cold-hearted scheme to deceive and to take advantage of someone financially and emotionally.
But not all of the cases have resulted in criminal charges.
He wants to do it better.
Just like not many women want to go on camera and bare their soul.
I don't know that he will stop.
Lisa isn't stopping in her fight for justice when she says police wouldn't touch her case.
So I ended up filing my case in October of 2021, my civil small claims case.
And last month, she won. After failing to appear in court, a Polk County judge ordered Clark to pay her $6,500 plus interest. But collecting that money won't be easy. Lisa filed the paperwork to garnish Clark's wages, only to find out he isn't working.
It's been almost at least 2.5 years since for me that this has all started. So, just seeing any of that money is, going to be a blessing.
After falling for a cold-hearted scam, Lisa says she has faith that the law is finally catching up with John Clark.
And he found a little loophole. He thought it was a perfect loophole.
In Des Moines, Janae Town, WHO 13 News.
The AG's office says you can help protect yourself from falling for a scam by remembering this acronym TIP. Every scam will include a threat to raise your emotions, immediacy to act or else, and most importantly, a payment. For more suggestions or to file a complaint with the AG's office, just go to our website, WHO13.com. And don't forget, Janae Town is going to stay on the story. She is going to follow wherever it leads.
Exactly. That Consumer Protection Division in the AG's office does so much great work.
They are amazing. And it is embarrassing when you get caught in one of these things, but to
Yeah.
talk about it and help other people,
Exactly.
kudos to those folks. You bet.